The CDC says the recommendation is made in an attempt to reduce introduction of the virus into new communities and to slow the spread of infection in communities already affected by the virus. So really strict steps being taken. Meanwhile, as I say, the fascinating sort of counter-example is what the UK is doing. According to the Financial Times, the UK is basically asking everybody over 70 to self-isolate for up to 4 months. And then they're saying everybody else, go out and do what you want. And the reason they're saying that is they're saying, listen, there is a vast difference in the vulnerability of older populations, people with pre-existing conditions, and people who are younger. And it's actually not good to have people who are younger destroying the economy of your country by staying home in order to protect people who you can protect by simply having them basically self-quarantine, right? Have everybody who's in the vulnerable population stay home, have everybody else go to work. And then if all those people infect each other, and then if all those people experience mild symptoms, and then if they spend 2 weeks being a little bit sick, and you do all of that sort of stuff, then in a few months, there will be a herd immunity that is ongoing in the UK. And it'll be fascinating. I mean, if they have the same death rates as the United States or South Korea or China or even Italy, then the question is going to be, did we just destroy the entire world economy for several months on end in order to protect a vulnerable population when the vulnerable population could have been protected simply by having them shelter in place? Matt Hancock is the health secretary and said the elderly would be asked to take measures to protect themselves from the virus in the coming weeks.
60% is the sort of figure you need to get herd immunity. 60% is the sort of figure you need to get herd immunity. We think that this virus is likely to be one that comes back year on year, become like a seasonal virus, and communities will become immune to it, and that's going to be an important part of controlling this longer term. You can't stop it, so that you should end up with a broader peak, during which time you would anticipate that more people will get immunity to this, and that in itself then becomes a protective part of this process.